Go Bills. What up, chat? What's going on? What's going on, chat? Sorry about the thumbnail. It's not working. We'll fix it tomorrow. Well, welcome to another video. Let's see. Forgive me. I'm a little discombobulated. So yeah, let's talk Max. So yeah, looks like we had a bit of a. There you go. I needed some twist in my that's my next mission. It's why I can't quit. Just like LeBron in my chip. Just put the rolling right back on my wrist. This watch came from Drizzy. Gave me a gift. Back when I rap, it was praying like this. Act like two legends cannot coexist. But I never beef for that. For nothing. If I smoke on rapping, it's gonna be legit. I'm writing my names, I'm making my lists, I'm checking the strikes and I'm getting them hits. And real I've been dying, I'm taking the hits. The famous I've found some back on my the period is dirty, my team keeping it straight. I took a loss, but you still gonna get beat.
A growing trend of street takeovers.
Anton trying to sneak in there, chat.
How many different bucket hats do you pack for camp?
I think I packed 3 on my own, but Jeff, the equipment guy, he already know what I like, so he pretty much packed like 5 or 6 Bills ones in there. So I'm pretty stacked for the whole camp. I think I'm pretty good in that area for sure.
How many of them are old?
From back in the day. I'm telling you right now, I went through my old boxes before camp in my garage, my Buffalo Bills boxes, and I'm telling you, I got some limited edition Team Appear from like 2017, 2018, 2019. And some of the young guys, they be like, man, where you get that from? I was like, old and vintage, my boy, old and vintage.
Hey Trey, Bobby Babbitt said Trey's on a mission. What does that mean to you?
It's nothing different than before. It's just, I feel like my urgency, attention to detail, nothing that's been different before, but just knowing that I got a mission at the end. This team want to win games, and ultimately me, I'm battling for a job. So I want to put my best foot forward and make sure that my teammates know that I'm accountable. I know my stuff, and they can rely on me.
Sorry about the late stream. Hectic, man. It's hectic. We had a good practice. Not the turnout we had yesterday, but we did have a good turnout.
McKinney throws down the middle of the field. Maxwell Hairston, big time pick. Last week, coach
create mismatches in the pass rush.
They've struggled on 3rd down though. Pass complete to Daniel George. No struggle about it. A loss of 2.
No, they haven't said what it was so far, but they ain't looking too good from the video we watched earlier. Ain't looking too good for Max. I'm hoping it's just a sprain to keep him off for the preseason. Too many training camp injuries, man. See how he's millions of dollars and they just Their bodies is just too much football, you know.
On the play, Maxwell Hairston.
And that ball is incomplete to Humphreys, and Swan intercepted. It's Hairston again off the carom. Is he going to do it again? Another pick six.
You got a 2 for a 1 game.
ETN trying to find something and finding nothing as more pursuit by the Big Blue defensive line.
It's just
three-man rush for Kentucky into traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Maxwell Hairston, and with some running room along the near sideline. And chopped down by Beck.
On DeRozan v. Jack State, that was the first touchdown of the game. This time he's trying to force 2 years. Try to find a solution. It turns out a healthy Brady Cook is the answer. And he's picked off for the third time in the last 2 weeks. Maxwell Hairston's got his 5th of the season. Tennessee with it up by 7 early on in the second. And Joe Milton uncorks that cannon of an arm downfield and incomplete. He wanted Ramel Keaton.
And there's Max.
Yesterday, he guaranteed he'd be back for the Egg Bowl. He said, even if my arm fell off, deep down the sideline and incomplete. Coverage deep downfield on Justin Robinson coming from Maxwell Hairston.
This is the jam, trying to make up for some extra time. See that right hand on the jersey, maybe just a little bit too much. Don't get the call.
Minutes and counting on this possession. Robinson, Thomas gets 2 yards. The longest state
Personality, as y'all said.
Great taste in hats. Here's Jeffrey Pittman. Gain of 3.
Milroe gets it to Williams out of the backfield. Williams met immediately that time by Maxwell Hairston. And for closing moments of the first quarter. Downfield again and going up for it, but incomplete was Hale.
Pressure from the edge. Rattler, dangerous pass. Broken up by Maxwell Hairston. That for 5th in program.
You want to try to throw to the field and run to the field as much as possible.
Plummer steps up. And that ball was knocked away by Hairston as Kariski was trying to secure. When it's thrown.
Not bad, Max. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, it's gonna suck. Never got any updates on Max yet though, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all coming and tap in. So another topic we want to talk about. I want to cover Shedeur again today. Early, 40 minutes before practice, getting it. We got this guy. My college team is Oregon. Come on, let's be serious. Dylan Gabriel's can't even lay Shedeur with a diamond turfs.
No, I think it. I haven't either. Yeah. Him and Dylan Gabriel have been connecting a bunch.
I'm not gonna lie, I like that drill for the receivers. This is like a dig, but with this dig though, let me mute it a little bit. This dig though, right? That's what it looked like. Looked like a little up and in. So like nice breakdown. My coach bag kicking in right now, right? Show the numbers. Break down, get back on field, look for the ball. Okay. Like that. We might have to have our receivers tap in on that one tomorrow. Like that. That's Sampson from Tennessee. Come on, 12. That look like Joe Flacco, though. I promise you, the Browns only did this for views. And there wasn't nobody checking for Cleveland, man. This is why it's crazy to me that they would treat Shedeur like this. Because without him, ain't nobody watching the Browns. Outside of the film, 95, you don't really want to. The Bills, we play good. I definitely try my hardest.
I'm in the VIP lounge.
That's what we saying out here? That's a 5th round quarterback? I said it yesterday. Spencer Rattler is a 5th round quarterback. Get this guy. We got old Joe, look. Running for his life. Come on. Check down Charlie. Come on, where that pick at? Look. It's a dangerous pass. Don't get me wrong. Oh, they got a pick. Don't get me wrong. Dylan Gabriel, he's talented. He's definitely talented. It was just, we can't sit here and act like he better than Shedeur. Like, that nonsense has to stop. Like, I mean, as you see, Shedeur could have been going through a lot. His dad didn't even tell him because whole draft situation is ridiculous. But let's cover some fantasy.
Top 5 steals for 2025 fantasy football. Isaiah Pacheco. Most of you probably remember Pacheco's less than explosive end of last season, but he was returning from a fractured fibula. He's had a healthy offseason and is available in the 7th round or later. Ray Davis. The James Cook holdout seems improbable, but Davis is still tied to one of the best offensive lines in the league, and the Bills are projected to score the most points. Jalen Waddle. A great season out of Waddle means we need a fully healthy year out of Tua, but things are lining up to crush his ADP. Darren Waller isn't Jonnu Smith, Tyreek is aging, and Waddle could still be a wide receiver too if neither of those things help his cause. Jacoby Myers. G.T. Bowers will be the engine of the Raiders offense, but that is baked into Myers' ADP. He makes a great volume play with Geno Smith, yet he's priced in the wide receiver 40 range. Jaden Reed. Granted, the Packers added to the wide receiver room, and Reed was a bit of a headache in fantasy last season. Regardless, he still has weak winning upside and would be a fantastic 3rd or 4th option. Top 5.
Let's talk about it. Top 5. So we got Isaiah Pacheco. These is top 5 still. So I had Pacheco. I'm not gonna lie, Pacheco is definitely a steal because ain't nobody checking for him. Ray Davis, of course. Any Bills fan gonna have him. He was a nice steal. I had him. I had Jalen Waddle for a while too. These are most of the players I had on my team last year. They all got injured. Didn't have Jacoby Myers, but I like that. I think he definitely gonna get the ball. He got to be wide receiver 1, right? For the Raiders, so then, yeah, that might be a good pickup there. Then I had Jordan Reed on one of my teams. Yeah, he like the sleepy, especially with Marcus Golden going there. Solid video. I'm not mad at that. Definitely some steals. Let's see some draft strategy.
These are the 4 best draft strategies for fantasy football this year. And if you want more tips like this on your feed this offseason, make sure you're following us. The first strategy is late round quarterback. It's nice to have the luxury of Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson on your team, but you have to sacrifice valuable draft capital to get that. Guys,
see, before we get started, I always say you want to go running back, receiver, then quarterback. Well, he's right about the Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. He's definitely right about that. If you get them 2, then you take them. Other than that, you can wait. I've been rocking with Kirk Cousins for years. I had Russell Wilson one year. I had Tua the year he didn't get a concussion. Last year I had Joe Burrow. That probably won't happen though. But I kind of sacrificed. Like, Joe Burrow did great, but the rest of my team wasn't as stacked as I normally have it because I'm usually a 2 running back or a running back and a real good, consistent receiver.
Guys like Dak Prescott, Justin Fields, and Drake May are going after pick 90 this year, and all of them have top 12 upside. The next strategy is elite running back. I'm not saying to load up on backs with your first 2 picks, but you should prioritize 2 of the top 20 guys in the first 4 rounds, leaving your draft with a pair.
See, I agree. Definitely gotta go running back off the rip. If you get Jahmyr Gibbs, Saquon, Henry, McCaffrey. McCaffrey's a slam dunk this year. He gonna fall. But that Madden cover did something to him. But Saquon got to worry. We probably gonna stay away from Saquon. I doubt he run for 2,000 again this year. So Saquon, we staying away from him. James Cook is a good pickup. Gibbs, I might go with Gibbs for my fantasy player. I'm leaning towards him. Is my #1 pick this year, but yeah.
Pairing like Gibbs and Kamara, or even Achane and Ken Walker, will give you a needed boost to be more fun.
And you could get Alvin Kamara and Gibbs, because Alvin Kamara keeps falling, but he's actually a consistent running back. So even if you go like running back receiver, you could definitely get Alvin Kamara.
Flexible as your draft unfolds. The third strategy is a bit niche, but it's punt tight end. Outside of Bowers, McBride, and Kittle, there's no real cemented order in which the rest of the position will finish. So instead of drafting Sam Laporta or Travis Kelce, wait and draft David Njoku or Tucker Kraft, who carry more upside at cost. But the best draft strategy is all of them, yet none of them at the same time. If you lock yourself into one single strategy, there's no room to adapt once you see how your league mates are drafting. Be open and flexible, because sometimes just taking the best player available is actually your best choice. These are the 4 best draft strategies for fantasy.
Shout out to Bro. That was a solid video. I ain't gonna lie. That was solid. I like that. Shout out to him. That was a solid video. It's all strategies I would use. I'm in our league. We play on Sleeper. Shout out to Sleeper. But we play on a Sleeper app, so we got punters, kickers. You know, you do double up on a quarterback. You pretty much put whatever you want in there. And then we got like defense. So like usually once I'm out of my receivers and running backs and I got my quarterback, I'll start picking defenders. Like I throw the people in my league off. They be like, "What? You taking TJ Watt and Myles Garrett?" Yo. Might stay away from TJ this year though. Gotta make sure I get Benford too. Alright, chat. Well, and it's gonna be a quick one. Sorry about the graphic down at the bottom. I forgot to update it, but it's updated now. We'll get the thumbnail on there in the morning. Let's look at 10
My favorite episode for the season.
Ten best running backs.
Top 5.
Over to the top. Oh, there you go.
These two are nearly inseparable. We lean slightly toward Josh Allen for his increased likelihood of eclipsing 4,500 yards passing, and he's also not competing with Derrick Henry for rushing touchdowns. Jaden Daniels. What a first year it was, and he did it with a very thin pass-catching group. Now we'll look to run it back with yards after the catch Maven Deebo Samuel and a new left tackle.
Me personally, I'm going to stay away from Jalen Hurts this year. Or Jalen Daniels. Speaking of Jalen Hurts, him too, but I'll probably stay away from these two. It's the same thing with CJ Stroud. And without Terry there, new wide receiver, it's going to be a lot of forcing passes. But
and Laramie Tunsil. Jalen Hurts. Hurts still offers week-winning performances due to his legs and the tush push. However, his first year with Saquon Barkley in the backfield showed the team is perfectly content with keeping the offense flowing through the run game as often as possible. Joe Burrow. Our first non-rushing quarterback off the board, the incredibly high pass rate is just too good to ignore. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins might be the best 1-2 combination in the league, and if they're not, they're certainly not far behind.
Not mad at Joe. You know, would be my sleeper quarterback. I ain't gonna lie. Ooh. I'm either gonna go sleeper quarterback. Either gonna go Herbert. I like Bo Nix too. Bo Nix might be my sleeper quarterback. You can't never go wrong with Matthew Stafford either. Never that, chat. Well, it's been a pleasure. Let me get up out of here. I don't think the Bills have camp tomorrow, but I'll definitely hop on stream. We can talk more fantasy. And
so far in your eyes?
Yeah, I'm been good. Putting some great days
we can
together.
talk more
Stacking
fantasy.
days, getting better as an offense.
It's fantasy. It's that time of year. Yeah, we putting pads on tomorrow.
Getting to be out here with the guys playing football.
Quite a few connections with Josh Allen. You guys have connected on quite a few balls this training camp.
Shout out to the
How are you building chemistry with him right now in year 2?
A lot of the film, understanding what he's seeing and giving my feedback, and then going out there on the field and executing.